guys, welcome back to my channel. Life here with Misa. Today is such a beautiful day, and I want to just say that I am grateful for all your support. You are such a loving team, and that's why I named you guys Love Squad. If this is your first time that you're tuning in, welcome to the family. Make sure please you do subscribe and you ring the notification bell, that way you're notified of the upcoming videos. So yeah, today's video is just mainly about motherhood and about the bond that a mother has with their daughter. This video is about the golden moments that we have with our parents, but it's mainly highlighted between a mother and a daughter experience, because it's something that I have personally experienced, and I want to share with you guys things that I have personally experienced and how I benefited from them or how I overcame certain situations. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk to you about a relationship between a mom and a daughter. So anyway guys, that kind of relationship, you know how it is. I'm sure some ladies out there and some mothers out there watching this video know exactly what I'm talking about. The relationship is normally like interesting because as women, the way we are created by God, it's just a matter of us being warriors and us being able to identify ourselves, our strengths. And because we are both of the same species, there is that moment whereby you find that you collide, and the reason why that happens is because you are both exactly the same. However, like growing up, I learned that my mom would raise me according to how she was raised, so according to how she knows how best to raise me. Yeah, so we endured our journey. I was enjoying it. I was always a very respectful child ever since I was little. It just was like my nature. But also like the raising up was I was raised knowing that I had to be very like respectful and very respectful of others, respectful of my surroundings, respectful of everything that I face. And to be honest with you, I don't take that for granted. Like, I loved how I was raised, but it got to a moment whereby when I reached the age of understanding, there's a certain age you reach, like from 16 onwards, yeah, you start looking at things around and you're like, anyway, like seriously, did you have to be so tough? Do you have to be so serious when it comes to something? Does the boundaries have to be like this? So you even like wonder to yourself like, hey, it is tough, it is tough. So like you even begin to question some things that you're being taught, some things that I'll give an example. Like when you're going out with your friends and then you have to be back by a certain time, you start questioning things like that. But it's only because your mother wants the best for you, especially as a daughter, because as a mom, she's not able to explain to you like in depth why she's putting that boundary. However, she knows herself. So she knows herself, and she doesn't want you to get hurt, and she doesn't want you to make maybe similar mistake maybe she ever made or her friends made. So for me, I wanted to say, like when it got to a certain age of 16 and onwards, my mom, that's when I actually started to understand like there was restrictions to how I was living. But then later on, I was not understanding it and I was not liking it. I was beginning to just become so upset, and I was beginning to become like a child that doesn't listen. I was having that, that defense anger towards anything I was told. I was having that defense anger of like, oh, you told me to do this, I'm gonna do like this. I don't wanna listen to you, blah, 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 blah. But then when I got to the age of like around 20-ish, 24-ish there, that's when now it started sinking home that actually, to be honest, my mom was raising me in the way that she did raise me because that was her best. That is her best. So initially, like with our culture, I don't know about everybody else's culture, it's very different for everyone, and definitely every mother-daughter relationship is different. This is my mother-daughter relationship that I'm talking about. So my mom, the culture that she knew best to raise me in is how she raised me. So it's a culture whereby a lady is meant to help in the household. If there is our young siblings, you're meant to help your mom and also do your homework, also do your coursework, and also be on point. I don't mean like just doing it. I mean like actually being on point of doing it. Yeah. When you go home, you're helping with chores, all the chores that are there, and also like mind your little brothers and sisters, your siblings, and also make sure you finish your homework and make sure you pass your exams. Yeah. So yeah, that's the kind of life that I experienced, and that's because that's how my mom now knew best. That was the best for me. Then before, when I was questioning this, and now that I came to understand it, I was like, hold on. It clicked to my head that how my mom raised me and how others are being raised by their moms is the kind of experience their mom has experienced themselves. Yeah. So if, for example, my mom's mom raised her in a certain way, that's how, and then she was a product of how her mom raised her, and it was a good product. Then that kind of journey and that upbringing is good, and that's the example she will use. And that's why you find that things that happen in past generations, yani there's even that program whereby that a lady is meant to be like this, a lady is meant to do this, a lady should always do this, a lady is to clean the house, a lady is to cook, a lady is to do that. Yeah, it only continues because our mothers pass it on. Like my mom has passed it on to me, so then I might end up now passing it to my daughter or even my son, you know. So anyway, when I came to understand that, then that's when I now wanted to know my mom more. I wanted to connect with her more. So for anyone out there that maybe is having that experience with their mom, they're having that relationship whereby you're colliding like I was, you're having anger moments like I was, you're not listening, you're being like so rude. I was like that, but the understanding that I got was like my mom raised me according to the best she could, according to the best she knew how to. So just get to understanding your parents, because as well that's how they've been brought up. Yeah. And if you're having that moment whereby you're colliding so much with your mom or with your daughter, because obviously it's a two-way relationship, if you have that moment where you're colliding with your daughter or with your mom, then that means definitely that there is something that you don't know about each other. You actually don't know much about each other. So the best thing I could say, what I did was take time and get to know my mom. Get to ask her questions about her upbringing. Get to understand, like from the time she was a little girl, how it was for her and how it has been for her. Making a bond is the best advice I can give a mother, and making that bond is the best advice I can give a daughter. So you just have to sit down with your mom and be like, you know what, I want to know you more, and I want to know your past, and I want to know like just you in general. Get to know you, get to know you also know your culture, you also get to know where you're from, and you might even understand some patterns in life that you see. You would understand them better. So then I got to understand my mom, and I got to understand like how she was raised, why she was the way she was to me. And I did love my mom 100%, but I got to love her even more. Yeah, I got to understand that, you know, I cannot expect my mom to love me according to how I see other people out there loved by their parents. Because remember, every relationship is different, and I cannot expect my mom, who was given or shown love that is half a cup, I literally just get a mug or a cup here. If someone has the half love in there, how can you expect them to give you a whole jug worth of love? Like, seriously, that's not even fair. So that actually became so real and so open to me, and I got to just understand that my mom actually is giving me her whole. She's giving me all she's got. She's providing everything, and she's giving me love the best she can. And the reason why sometimes as daughters we yearn for our mother's love is because we know that we are greater and we are bigger than what we get. So it's not for us to be taking, it's not fair for us to be taking it out on our mothers, and it's not fair for us to just be destroying our lives and not giving concentration to what we do, or even to just wanting to be better because so that we are able to punish our mothers. It doesn't work like that. You are punishing yourself. It does not work like that. So you need to just rise up knowing that the kind of love you're getting is the best you're getting, and it is all that your mother can provide for you, and it is the best that you can get. Yeah, try to understand that back then, how was it then for your mom? How was it then for her? Do you know, once you come to understand her journey, then you understand why things are the way they are, and you become a better woman. I just want us daughters to become better women, because we are better women, and we cannot expect and we cannot accept what our mothers had then or still have now is what's going to affect our lives. We can't expect that, and we can't accept it at all. Because sometimes you find girls, like, it just hurts me to find that ladies, that we fail in life because of an upbringing. No, it shouldn't be like that. Actually, that upbringing, even if it was bad, some people have very good upbringing, and some people have what they can seem to see as in being bad. Actually, it's not bad. It's your energy. That's your fuel. That's your fuel. That's your fuel to be able to do the greatness that you're supposed to be doing in life. So you need to use that and rise up and just become a greater woman that you are, and become that woman that you're meant to be. And now also for you mothers here, sometimes you might even want too much from your daughters. I understand it's because you want to see the best out of them. However, you just have to also, when you're giving that love and your daughter is somehow not understanding that love, sit them down, let them understand what your journey is like, where you're coming from, where you have come from, yeah, and what you have overcome. Just tell them like it is, black and white. This is what I have gone through, and this is what I have overcome. And also get to see your child. Get to see your child beyond the anger, beyond alcohol or drug misuse, beyond different types of relationships, partner relationship, beyond what you just see. Just choose to see your daughter for who she actually is. When you see your daughter for who she actually is, also that begins a bonding of relationship. It strengthens her tomorrow. So with all that just said, I just want us to rise up as women, because we are here to help each other. We are not here to be going against each other. We are here to empower each other and to have like a more strong and upbringing generation. And for those new mothers and those young mummies, young yummy mummies, and all those ladies that want to be parents in the future, another tip I'll give you guys is just start that bond with your child since they are a little girl. Since they are small, just begin to know your daughter, begin to just enjoy your daughter's relationship, and talk to your daughter according to the understanding ages they get to. Start speaking to your daughter about everything that there is to address them about, even when it comes to relationship, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to just life as it is in the world, because you don't want them to be, now when they're in their 25s, that's when they're learning from the world. It becomes a bit harder now. I'm not trying to say that those daughters who are already mature and they need like to strengthen their relationship with their moms, they can't. They can. However, it becomes a bit more challenging, but it can work with step by step. And and it works with each mother relationship differently because everyone is very different. So guys, since this month was Women International Day and it was Mother's Day in different parts of the world, different times, I just wanted to say happy belated Mother's Day and Women's Day to all you phenomenal women, like superior women out there. And just for this topic actually came to my mind and I was like, this is the best time to do it. So I just wanted to touch on mother and daughter relationship. And this, I wanted to do this like from a perspective of experience. I don't want to be here saying that, oh, you guys are meant to do this and this and this to your daughters, or your mothers are meant to do like this and this and this to their children so that they can have a prosperity relationship. No, I just wanted to give an example with myself, and maybe someone is going through something like I went through, and I don't want you guys to have to experience something so tragic or something that is hurtful in your soul, for you to actually realize how much important both of you are to each other. So yeah, it took actually someone that I was very close to actually pass away for me to realize the kind of bond I had with my mom, and for me to understand my mom. So then that's when I started to build the bridges to our relationship. But to be honest, I wouldn't want and I wouldn't wish for anyone to have to experience that someone has to pass away, or they have to experience a very dramatic or like just experience that's not very kind, for them to know that it's time for you now to build bridges. Please do not wait for that time. If you have the opportunity to do so, you should do so now. Do so now that you're with your loved ones, you have special moments, you know what I'm saying. And another thing I just wanted to add on is like reason to better each other, reason to want each other to thrive between mom and daughter, reason for a daughter to love the mom and the mom to love the daughter and watch them thrive. And also one major thing that actually worked so well for me was to forgive myself and forgive my mom. For me, it felt like I was robbed my teenagehood, but that was not the case for her. Do you get what I'm saying? It's always different. It's always different overseeing from different people. So someone else might see like, oh my God, like literally I don't have, like I didn't have my teenagehood, I didn't experience it. However, from now her side, she's saying, oh, I've raised my daughter in the best way because she's not getting involved with the worldly things that are happening out there. So anyway, I would just want to say I learned to forgive myself and I learned to forgive my mom. And that way I was able to approach her and talk about it and address everything. So please just sit down, learn to forgive each other and sit down and address everything. And yeah, guys, you are wonderful and you are built to have a beautiful relationship. There you go. So I just want to just say thank you so much as you have tuned in to watch this video. And if, for example, there is a topic, because this topic is quite broad, by the way, guys, it is so broad. So if there's anything that you want to address between mother and daughter relationship, if there's like a situation or even like a highlight that you want to talk about or something that you want us to discuss, because this platform, to be honest, is not just for me to be coming and just showcasing my experiences or anything like that. I want us to help one another. I want us to learn from one another. So comment down below and we can learn from each other, and that way we help one another. So please continue sharing these videos, continue subscribing, continue liking it, and continue please keeping that notification button on, and you'll be notified of the next video.